Have you ever wondered why the things you want the most seem to slip away the harder you try to hold on? Why the relationship you crave, the success you're chasing, or the peace you're desperate for somehow moves further out of reach the moment you cling tighter? The truth is, there's a reason behind this paradox. And once you see it, you'll understand why chasing often pushes life away, and why letting go quietly pulls it toward you. See, we live in a world that glorifies the chase. Hustle culture, manifestation hacks, obsessive goal setting. It's always about running towards something. But here's the truth no one talks about. The harder you chase from a place of emptiness, the more you reinforce to your mind that you're lacking. And what does life do? It mirrors that belief back to you. Your energy grows tense, your body holds stress, your choices come from impulse instead of wisdom, and suddenly life feels heavier than it needs to be. But something profound begins when you stop running. Not because you've quit, but because you've shifted. Think about it. Why is it that the moment you try to control every detail, life seems to resist you? Why do opportunities slip, people pull away, and outcomes feel further away the harder you cling? It's not punishment, it's a mirror. Life is reflecting the energy you bring to it. When your mind is full of grasping, of "I need this or else," of fear disguised as certainty, that energy doesn't invite connection or flow. It creates resistance. Your attachment is like a signal you're constantly broadcasting. I don't trust, I don't have, I'm not enough as I am. And here's the paradox. The more you send out that signal, the more life believes you. So the doors stay closed. The timing feels wrong. The people you want to hold on to slip through your fingers. But when you loosen your grip just enough to breathe, everything changes. Not because you stopped caring, but because you stopped clinging. You stopped pushing against the current long enough to let the current carry you. And in that shift, something subtle but powerful happens. You stop radiating lack, and you start radiating openness. You stop living in the energy of chasing, and you step into the energy of allowing. And that shift is magnetic. One of the most profound things you'll notice when you stop chasing is how your inner world starts to stabilize. Your mind isn't bouncing from desire to desire. Your heart isn't racing with anxiety over outcomes. Your body isn't carrying tension as a default state. And with that calm comes clarity. You start recognizing what truly matters, not what you were told should matter. You start seeing the signals life was sending all along, the opportunities, the relationships, the quiet moments that actually build fulfillment. It's subtle at first, a feeling, a sense that you're aligned in ways that weren't visible before. And the more you practice it, the more tangible it becomes. When you release the need to control, something opens up inside you. Space. And that space is not emptiness. It's possibility. Space for clarity to rise above the noise of constant overthinking. Space for intuition to whisper in ways your busy mind could never hear. Space for the right people, the right opportunities, the right timing to finally reach you because you're not crowding them out with pressure. Think of it like holding water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. But when you soften your palms, when you let your hands open, the water rests there, effortlessly. Life works the same way. This doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means shifting the energy behind your actions. Moving from desperation to trust, from chasing to aligning, from gripping to allowing. Here's a truth most people miss. Life doesn't just respond to what you do, it responds to who you are being. When you chase, you're being someone caught in lack, fear, and grasping. Life mirrors that back. You get tension, scarcity, and friction. When you pause, release, and become grounded in wholeness, you radiate a different energy.
You begin attracting people, circumstances, and opportunities that are aligned, not because you worked harder or manipulated the world, but because you became the person those things were always meant to meet. Your presence becomes the signal, not your effort. And that is a game changer. And when you make that shift, life has room to move in ways you could never have forced into existence. The right doors begin to open, not because you kicked them down, but because you became the person those doors were already waiting for. Most people live their whole lives trapped in the illusion that control creates safety. They think if they can just plan harder, push more, hold tighter, everything will finally fall into place. But what actually happens, they burn out. They lose joy. They confuse tension for strength and anxiety for effort. The truth is, safety doesn't come from control. It comes from trust. From knowing that life isn't working against you. It's working with you if you let it. The moment you stop fighting for control, you remember something powerful. You were never meant to chase what's already aligned with you. You were meant to become it and then let it arrive. The shift isn't theoretical. You can practice it in small ways, every day. When someone challenges you, pause before reacting. Respond from your center, not from fear or defensiveness. When a goal feels urgent, breathe. And ask, am I moving from trust or from desperation? When you feel anxious about outcomes, soften your energy and create space. These moments may feel small, but they compound. Each pause, each choice to release control strengthens your alignment. Each choice rewires your energy to attract rather than chase. So the next time you catch yourself forcing, grasping, clinging, pause. Take a breath. Step back. Ask yourself, am I creating space for what I want, or am I suffocating it with fear? Because life isn't holding anything back from you. It's only waiting for you to let go of the illusion that you need to grip so tightly to get there. And the moment you do, you'll see. Things don't fall apart when you release control. They finally fall into place. When you stop chasing, it's not just a mental shift. It's a body shift. Your posture changes, your breathing changes, your energy relaxes in ways you didn't realize were tense all along. Even your attention changes. You start noticing details that were invisible when your mind was racing. The subtle gestures of people who care, the moments of stillness that feel like small miracles, the opportunities that were always around you but hidden beneath your grasping. And here's something few people realize. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual, incremental. You might still feel the pull of old habits, the itch to push, to control, to chase. But each time you notice it and pause, you widen the space inside yourself. You practice trust. You practice presence. You practice being the person who doesn't need to force life to bend to your will. There's a quiet magnetism that emerges from this state. People sense it, even if they can't put it into words. You don't have to demand attention, approval, or recognition. The right attention comes naturally. You don't have to chase love or validation. It arrives because you've become the version of yourself that radiates what you're looking for. Think about it like a lighthouse. When the storm rages and ships drift, the lighthouse doesn't chase them. It simply stands steady, shining its light. And the ships navigate toward it. That's what stillness does for you. It doesn't force things to happen. It simply aligns you with what's ready to come your way. Here's the amazing part. Your inner shift doesn't stay inside you. It ripples outward. The people around you notice. They feel the steadiness in your presence. They sense the difference in your energy. Opportunities that once felt out of reach begin to arrive naturally. People that once felt distant begin to show up naturally. Even the quiet, ordinary moments start to feel richer, deeper, more meaningful. It's not magic. It's alignment. It's life finally meeting you where you are because you've stopped pushing against it. And this isn't just philosophy. You can practice it every day. Notice when you're gripping, in relationships, in career, even in simple decisions. Ask yourself, am I acting from a place of lack or from a place of alignment? Take a breath. Step back. Let the tension soften. You'll be surprised how much clearer your next move becomes.
And the beauty is, the universe or life or reality responds immediately. Not always in the way you expected, not always with fanfare, but the shift has begun. And that's what makes all the difference. Instead of forcing, you start receiving. When you stop chasing, you reclaim something sacred, your attention, your energy, your clarity. You stop letting scarcity dictate your choices. You stop making decisions from fear. You start living from wholeness, presence, and grounded confidence. And slowly, effortlessly, you'll notice it. The relationships that truly matter deepen. The opportunities that are meant for you show up naturally. The peace you thought was always just out of reach settles into your life. It's not magic. It's alignment. It's life finally meeting you where you are because you've stopped pushing against it. So today and every day, remember this. Life isn't a race. It's not about forcing, bending, or proving. It's about being. It's about letting go of what doesn't serve your energy and making space for what naturally resonates with it. Ask yourself, am I holding, grasping, controlling, or am I allowing, trusting, aligning? The answer will guide you more than any checklist, any goal, or any plan ever could. And when you live from that space, everything changes. Your attention sharpens, your presence deepens, your peace becomes a force that draws life to you instead of chasing it. If this hits something real for you, drop a comment below. Let me know, what are you letting go of starting today? And if you found this valuable, subscribe. This space is here to remind you of everything you already are. Your energy belongs here. See you in the next video.